Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Trance Show. The Trance Show? Really? You're just gonna stick with that? Yeah, it sounds better than social electronic media, blah 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 blah. Whatever. Let's get it over with. Alright, we're gonna do something special today. We're gonna go through one of the, in my opinion, most brilliant maneuvers I've ever seen done in the ever popular sport game of Capture the Flag. Have I told you that your perceptions are seriously misplaced? Many times. Not important. What is important is this badass maneuver I watched you perform when you were in junior high, 8th grade, playing Capture the Flag in PE. I'm going to go ahead and narrate what happened, and you're going to give some little inside play-by-play. I suppose. You're also going to participate because we got something set up just for the occasion. And we're going to go ahead and send it over to the sports setup team file thing that we got going on. Do you even plan any of this? Yes, we do. We just don't come up with good names for anything. You know what? Let's just go. Alright, before we begin, let us go through a review of the game, how it's played, the objectives and rules, and any special circumstances that occurred during this particular game of Capture the Flag. Alright, Capture the Flag. The objective is obvious. Capture the flag of your opponent. Or be the only remaining team not completely captured by opponents. First, the teams. We have 6 teams comprised of students from 4 different PE classes, which are combined together in one period due to bad weather, and they all had to play in the gym. So this was the format of the bases of the 6 teams. It is sort of a oval shaped type layout and kind of spread out. And the big squares with the numbers in them are the jails of each team, and then the little circles represent the flags of each team. And yeah, there we go. What's a event theater? That's where the cool thing happened. Okay. Each team consisted of about 15 students, and each team strategized and decided who would guard the flags, who would guard the jail, and who would ultimately go out to try to capture the flag or opponents from other teams. How do you capture opponents? Well, let us get a demonstration. To capture an opponent is as simple as playing tag. That is, every player is essentially it. Whoever tags the other first wins the tag and captures the other. So, now the guy with the hat, the guy with the eye patch has now captured the guy with the funny looking helmet. And then the guy with the hat and the eye patch takes his captive to his team's jail. Once in jail, the captured player may escape if tagged by a member of his own team. In the event that 2 players tag each other simultaneously, the tags cancel each other out, and both players are still active players, neither one being captured. A player may tag any part of another player's body other than the head or any other inappropriate body part, such as the crotch, buttocks, or the chest of a girl player. And there we have it. Those are the basic rules and objectives of capture the flag in this particular scenario. All right, now this is where Mr. Vane is going to help out a little more other than just stand there looking, well, militant, I guess. Give you militant. Now we will get into why we're even talking about this. And that is an absolutely brilliant, outside of the box thinking by Mr. Vane. At the time, young Mr. Vane, but since he cannot transgress his appearance, he's going to just look like that, but he's going to play himself as an 8th grader. I guess. Let's go. Alright, as mentioned, the event that occurred happened off in the corner of the gym during the melee of Capture the Flag. Mr. Vane, you want to tell us what you were doing over there? I was probably trying to do a prison escape for teammates. That's really all one of the best things I was good for is, small guy, could sneak in, sneak out, things like that. How very unfascinating. Anyway, let's get into the details of the actual event. Why are you pausing so much? Shut up. Here's the scenario. While Mr. Vane was contemplating and planning his jailbreak of fellow teammates, he suddenly found himself trapped by 4 players of an opponent team. Yep, that's pretty much what happened. Surrounded on all sides. And this is how they were pretty much set up. As you can see, position 1, trap, and then close. Let's get in some stunt doubles in here. Let's get some, extras or whatever. With his back essentially to the wall and surrounded by 4 opponents, young Mr. Vane found himself in a very precarious position. You want to walk us through what was going on in your head at the time? Sure. Well, of course, basically the reality of the situation is I had to tag one of the opponents first, because once I did that, I would be immune to being tagged and I could walk free and clear. But of course, that came with the precedent that I made the first tag. And having 4 people around me, that's not going to be easy. Because even if I manage to tie against someone, I'm still open to counter tag, and there are 3 other people there to counter tag me. Right. So basically, you're pretty screwed. So what are you going to do? Well, the guy almost to my front left side, I chose him as my target. Your target. Yep, the guy I was going to tag. That guy, right? This guy right there? Yep, that's the guy. Alright, so what happens? I shifted my position so that I was at a better angle to engage my intended opponent. This shift caused the other players to move in closer around me, getting ready for the counter tag. And then it was all down to the duel. Oh yeah, you can hear the pretty much, right? Sure, something like that. And then, what'd you do? What happened? What went down? How did this climactic, great, terrible, horrible position end in victory for Mr. Vane? The solution was rather simple. I did what none of them expected. I kicked both my legs out from underneath me, dropping flat down on my stomach, reaching out and tagging my opponent's foot. Wow! Incredible! That is what I call not only brilliant thinking, but an excellent use of sacrificing your body. And of course, this move completely dumbfounded and flabbergasted his opponents, and Mr. Vane was now immune to any further attacks as he escorted his prisoner to his team's jail. Pretty much. That was a fantastic story. Alright, that's all we have for y'all today. Y'all, shut up and hang around here too much. Whatever. I am the Spectre Skeleton Trance, sole observer of the sub-physical realm. This is Mr. Vane, and this has been the Trance Show from In Vain Sight. And we want to remind you all to not be a minion. Not be a minion. Yeah, don't be a minion. Don't be a minion. Don't be a minion. Don't be a minion. Stop it.